Hotel Congress is located at 311 East Congress Street in Tucson, Arizona. The hotel was opened on November 18, 1918, which means in the past 2 years they celebrated their centennial anniversary. Hotel Congress specializes in lodging and accommodations. However, they also have Club Congress, which serves as a music venue, and the Cup Cafe, which is their in-house restaurant.
When the typical traveler is conducting a last-minute online search for a hotel, it is unlikely that the Hotel Congress will appear on their list over major hotel chains. When a traveler is in a rush and is looking for somewhere to stay, they're more often than not thinking of staying at a cheaper option hotel, such as a Marriott or Hilton. The Hotel Congress runs into the majority of its marketing issues against its competition, as it's not competitively priced and is more suited to its wealthier consumers. Many of these hotel chains have amenities that the Hotel Congress lacks, such as free breakfast, pool areas, gyms, spas, and more. Due to its location and size, the Hotel Congress lacks the ability to include these common hotel amenities. This is very likely to impact the consumer decision in the information search phase of the consumer decision-making process. While this problem will most likely always be present for the Hotel Congress, there are many ways that the business can market to work on the problem. The hotel can use the persuasion technique of consensus, advertising itself as the best, most beloved hotel in all of Tucson. By establishing a sense of historic and local values in connection to the hotel, the consumer will be more intrigued by what has kept the hotel in place and business for so long. The hotel needs to play to its strengths and market with a heavy focus on the unique experience that consumers will have at the hotel in comparison to the common competition in the area.
The lack of amenities can create a problematic decision when choosing a hotel. Compared to other places, Hotel Congress lacks some of the basic amenities people look for when searching a hotel. The first one to mention is the parking situation is very limited. If the guests are lucky, they are able to find a parking meter next to the hotel. Other than that, it becomes an inconvenience to find parking around the area. For some people, staying fit is a necessity, and being offered a gym equipment is a plus for the active guest. With the hot weather in Tucson, having a pool outside the hotel helps keep the temperature cool by allowing people to dive in and refresh themselves. And lastly, Hotel Congress does not seem to offer room service. The Cup Cafe restaurant inside the hotel has 2 different time schedules to attend. The latest time runs from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. So if you do not want to be starving at those hours, better eat a big meal before heading back to the room. Hotel Congress has managed to substitute the missing amenities with community-engaged activities. Some examples of their signature events are the Music Art Festival, HOPO, which brings artists around the downtown area and perform in different venues, including Hotel Congress. The Agave Heritage Festival celebrates the significance of agave across borders, and they have tequila tastings throughout the festival. They also managed to create an annual ritual that no other hotel in the city, or country for that matter, can duplicate. The Dillinger Days explores the events that happened in the 1930s when America's Most Wanted, John Dillinger, was captured outside of the hotel. Reenactments of the capturing are performed along with other activities like whiskey tasting, a vintage car show, and historical artifacts exhibitions. These components have helped Hotel Congress develop a culture of its own that other hotels can hardly match. The ideology surrounding Hotel Congress is simple: not just a place to stay like other hotels, but a place to embrace, learn about culture and history.
So for problem number 3, we're going to be talking about not enough exposure for Hotel Congress and how they can make improvements to get more exposure for their business. So Hotel Congress does not use any advertisements whatsoever. So no park benches, no newspaper ads, no promotions on Instagram or other social media platforms. They also go off of word of mouth by previous customers and Tucson locals, which tends to be can be in their favor because people will be more likely to trust another person's word of mouth rather than an advertisement or a celebrity or influential person. They don't have a high involvement level with social media and only post sporadically, which we can clearly see now during this period of coronavirus how important it is to post and be very active on platforms, and just because we don't have the same experience now. And so for the solution for not having enough exposure would be Hotel Congress could be more productive on social media platforms and can also encourage guests and visitors to tag them in their posts as free advertisement, because more people are posting and commenting about them, the more it's going to get promoted and be seen on other people's feed. If they posted about upcoming events and entertainment, it could also promote more guests, because if they, rather than posting on the day of oh, this already happened, or this was an event, they could be posting, hey, we have all of these events upcoming, you should plan, you should schedule, come to these. So that would definitely drive their bigger customers to come in. And so Hotel Congress would also gain a lot of business if they use advertisements and other loyalty programs. So if they had advertisements out on billboards, newspapers, radios, anything like that, that would definitely drive sales, definitely encourage more people to come in, because I feel like this place is also very targeted to an older crowd because it tends to be more expensive. However, the club side of it is younger. Along with posting about the events they host, which also include bands, night shows, and performances. These are all things that would definitely help them get more exposure in the future.
Currently, we observed in many instances when Hotel Congress was advertising or prompting upcoming seasonal or special events on their social media pages, they would only show a solid color with the name of the event, date, and time. Although their other posts would show people at the hotel or the different food or amenities offered, there wasn't many, if any, instances showing pictures from past events or using models in their advertising. This could lead to a potential disconnect between consumers and events. For instance, the lack of visual stimuli in the form of color and novelty could fail to attract the consumer's attention, which would mean that even though the customer was exposed to the advertisement, the perceptual process stopped at attention and never got interpreted. This would also lead to affect the memory process and map created in the consumer's mind. Without getting past the attention stage, the advertisement would not proceed into the consumer's long-term memory, which would then mean it would be forgotten about and not be able to be recalled at a later point. If the consumer was able to remember what the ad said, however, it may still create a lackluster spreading activation model. For example, by not including other visuals, the consumer has a higher chance of not associating the advertisement with other thoughts and feelings, and therefore Hotel Congress would not be able to associate their brand with these thoughts and feelings as well. By not including more in advertisements, Hotel Congress is also not appealing to the value expressive function or reference groups. For example, if they use models or past event photos to show people having fun and enjoying themselves, consumers who identify themselves with the idea of being energetic and fun, or group themselves with people with similar characteristics, may be more likely to check out the event or Hotel Congress. To remedy this problem, one solution would be to incorporate models into advertising. As outlined when describing the problem, this would potentially help with consumer perception, memory, and better connect with the events and brand. By adding people as models or pictures from past events, future consumers may be able to better remember the advertisement as well as gain insight into what they could expect at an event. By being able to better envision themselves at this said event, the advertisement could also better appeal to the value expressive function and different membership groups that their target audience are a part of. Consumers may also be able to create a more intricate spread activation model by associating Hotel Congress with other ideas and feelings such as fun, excitement, and a place to make memories.
The fifth problem that Hotel Congress struggles with is the inability to solidify long-term memory. Customer retention and brand loyalty for Hotel Congress is fairly low, and it needs to be increased in order to create long-term success. Hotel Congress needs to create a memorable experience for guests, one that they will want to keep coming back to when they think of booking a hotel room or grabbing a bite to eat. One way Hotel Congress can improve their long-term customer loyalty is by implementing a rewards program. They can do this by creating a loyalty card that guests can use whenever they go to the hotel. For example, earning points through buying drinks and food can be saved up for free night at the hotel. This is a way of encouraging guests to come back to get more points and hopefully get even a free stay at Hotel Congress. This is just an example, but the limits are endless for what the rewards can buy you. If customers can remember how much fun they had at the hotel and how easy it was to use the card at their stay and how it can be linked to their food, their room, and everything they'd ever want to do at the hotel, they will be much more inclined to return. After analyzing Hotel Congress, we identified 5 different problems they face in their marketing strategy. The first problem we found was the heavy concentration of competition in the area that makes it difficult for the hotel to gain exposure. To make up for this, the hotel can market its unique amenities and features more heavily, as well as establishing itself through its consensus persuasion technique. The next issue Hotel Congress faces is the lack of amenities offered, such as parking spaces or a pool. To make up for the lack of amenities, Hotel Congress can implement rituals and encourage the Tucson community to participate and learn alongside them, such as the Dillinger Days that we talked about earlier. The third problem they struggle with is not having enough exposure in the Tucson community. A solution to this includes becoming more active on their social media and platforms, such as encouraging guests to tag Hotel Congress in their social media posts with maybe a fun reward such as a free drink or an appetizer or a discount the next time they come in. The fourth problem they face is the lack of creativity within their advertisements. One way to remedy this issue is by incorporating models into advertisements, leading to a better customer perception of Hotel Congress. And the final issue they face is the inability to solidify long-term memory, and they unfortunately do have a low customer retention rate. A solution to this problem is by introducing a loyalty card, which will make guests more likely to return and use their rewards card. After analyzing the problems Hotel Congress faces in their marketing strategy, we feel confident that our solutions would improve the long-term success of Hotel Congress.